Hey guys, so this is another first impressions video, and this time it's for Naya. And right off the bat, this hero's released, and the very next day I'm making this video, because I noticed that when I make this first impressions video, it's more than 30 freaking minutes, so I have a lot of things to talk about these heroes. So I decided to, like, right off the bat, when the heroes release, do a true first impressions, like in the past I used to do. So I decided to do it like this, and then do the update video a little later, maybe this weekend, maybe later when I actually get more footage and more testing and all that good stuff. So let's do it like that, guys. Obviously the hero was just released. I don't have like all the facts, all the testing, all that good stuff, but there are some things that I have noticed about her that you guys need to know. And surprisingly, I got really quick footage. That was unexpected. So yeah, let's do it, guys. But before that, I do want to talk about about the story of Naya specifically. So ever since the game was freaking released, you have been hearing the word Naya, Naya this, Naya that, and it's really hard to actually get a straight up story with her, because she's mentioned a little bit in Zeus's story. She's mentioned in different parts of the story of our hero. So from her own faction, which is from the Naya Church here, which, by the way, these spells are pretty crazy. We'll talk about that a little later. And yeah, it's just little bit pieces of, but when you actually play the campaign, you actually get a lot more glimpse of who actually Naya is. And to sum it all up, Naya is literally the god of Antia. She is like straight up the god of Antia. She is the source of all of the power of Antia in general. She's pretty much the stones that you connect to play the game for like 3 freaking years. She is the source of all that power. You connect stones, those little things, and give mana to your heroes. She is the source of all that. She is the source of all 5 freaking colors in the entire freaking game. So yeah, it is a really big deal. I was not expecting her to be released at all. I mean, saying the word Naya is like saying like myth, like something you don't know at all. So yeah, I'm really surprised. Even Zeus, which he is a god and says he's supposed to be like the king of the gods and blah blah blah, every single time the guy is has a problem or is in danger or something like that, Naya comes in and swoops in and helps him, defends him, and all that good stuff. Even the mirror image from that we actually play with, because Zeus, when you play Zeus as a hero, that's not really Zeus, that's a mirror image. She's the one that actually helped him create that mirror image. So yeah, but I'm not really happy with this story specifically that we actually have here. So if you don't have the hero, you can check it out on your own. I'm not really happy with it, because it just says okay, the followers believe this and all that good stuff. We don't really get to the meat and grinding of what she actually is and does. So sadly, we do know how she actually looks, at least. I mean, that's good. But no, I wanted like the real story from her. Besides, she literally saving Antia from becoming, yeah, nothing. That's pretty much it. She goes to sleep and that's it. But yeah, all right, enough rants for the story. I mean, yeah, I'm really blown away that they actually decided to release Naya. Wow. Anyhow, let's talk about her skill real quick. Slow speed, usually pretty bad. Deals 388% damage to the target and nearby enemies. Naya lures enemies into the Faith Realm and guides allies into the Blessed Realm. You heard that right. This is the very first realm hero, that it creates enemy and team realms at the freaking same time. Oh yeah, that is, yeah. I mean, when I read that, I was like, that can't be right. I'm reading 2 realms here. We got what? That was freaking crazy. That is freaking crazy. But it is freaking Naya, man. I mean, it totally made sense. Just by her being around, I mean, everything is embellished with a freaking power. It's freaking amazing, guys. So, for the enemy realm is Faith Realm. 50% chance to inflict Fanatic on enemies for 3 turns when they cast the skill. This is key, because on the video that I edited, by the way, I do make the sneak peek videos. When they actually activated the realm, you could see her going to Fanatic right off the bat. That was actually a bug that the hero had at the time when they gave me the footage. But that's not how it actually works. The enemies have to activate their skill for Fanatic to actually activate in that situation. So Fanatic cannot attack or cast skills. The effect is dispelled after gaining 50 mana and is not considered a debuff. 50 mana is a lot. Trust me, if a hero is a very fast hero, that's like, let's see, like 85% of the entire mana. But if it's a slow hero is like, you could say, maybe 1/3, 1/4 of their mana in that situation. So that 50 is a lot of mana, guys, and is not considered a debuff. Inflict stuns for 1 turn when the effect expires. That is going to be important. But the bad thing about this is that enemies are going to be able to activate their skills first before this is going to be active in that case. Stun, can attack, cast skills, or gain mana and all that good stuff. The difference is that Fanatic, you will be able to gain mana, but you won't be able to attack and cast skills when you actually go off. So even if you fill up, it's going to be a problem in that case. Blessed Realm. This is the team realm. Grants protection to self and nearby allies for the first turn until the Blessed Realm ends. All allies gain 20 mana every freaking turn. So this is the part that I really like. The protection thing is good and all that, but you would need to get like a lot of freaking punishment to actually see that. But the time that I actually seen her in action, every single time the 2 heroes that are next to her tend to seem to survive a lot more than the ones on the other side. So yeah, it is going to be relevant for survivability specifically, especially if your team does not have shields in that case. And every single turn, 20 mana. I mean, very fast hero, that's 1/3 of their mana. So yeah, if it's slow, you're going to notice, not going to notice it a lot. It's going to be like a little bit and things like that. But still, this is relevant. So in other words, she's not going to create stones like Apollo, but she's going to give mana to your entire team every freaking turn. So you do have the possibility for that. And we're talking about mana in a second, because her awakenings are really relevant in that case. Protection becomes blessed for 1 turn and recovers 50% of mass HP when HP is below 50%. Unaffected by reduced healing effect. So in other words, will be able to be used in F1 in War. Triggers up to 1 time per Blessed Realm. And Blessed. HP will not fall below 50% of mass HP. So pretty much the same ability as Poseidon in that case. So that is really powerful. That is, if you wanted survivability for 2 heroes that are in your team that are very, very freaking squishy, yeah, that's gonna be relevant in that case. But what I really want to talk about is her awakenings. That's the part that actually changes everything. Like every single realm hero in the entire freaking game, the +1 is going to activate right off the bat. So that is super relevant for every single realm hero in the entire freaking game. Enhanced Faith Realm, that's the enemy realm. Increases the chance to inflict Fanatic on enemies when they cast a skill by 100%. So it's now no longer a coin toss. They go off and they're going to go Fanatic. So yeah, this +1 is super powerful and most likely required to use Naya in that case for sure. The +2 is 8% HP attack and all that, but taking 5% less damage. So when they put this, pretty much the developers are pretty much saying, okay, we want you guys to use this hero on defense. So I really want to get footage of her on defense, but let's see what happens, guys, because yeah, yellow teams on defense are like a plague. So yeah, maybe that's gonna make it even more problematic. The +3, this is the one I wanted to talk about. New faction buff. Increases All Naya Church allies attack defense by 45% for 5 turns when casting the skill. Enhance Blessed Realm. When each turn begins, 50% chance to restore 100% mana for the first Naya Church and yellow ally from left to right, whose mana is in full. So I did test this, and pretty much this is the exact same awakening as Apollo's +5. When I read this, I think, okay, it's the Naya Church hero and another yellow hero. That's what I thought. I was like, 2 heroes are going to get 100% mana. That is insane. But then I actually tested it out, and I only saw like 1 hero in that situation getting 100% mana. Maybe I need to actually see more footage. Maybe it's 1 Naya Church hero and then 1 yellow hero that is not Naya Church. But I haven't seen that happen yet. Remember, I literally have like 1 freaking day of this hero being released, so I can't expect to see everything, right? But it's really powerful stuff. So this means that once you get her to +3, you can activate Apollo, you're gonna get the 100% mana. You can activate her, you're gonna get the 100% mana. So it's pretty much, yeah, it's really powerful stuff, guys, for sure. Very cool stuff in that case. The +4 is the same as the +2. And the +5, when self or nearby allies take a fatal blow, becomes immune to death this turn and recovers 100%. Okay, it's pretty much the same awakening for all the heroes that actually are reviving and getting 100% mass HP. But now you're giving it to Naya, and 2 heroes next to you, they're probably don't revive. So that is gonna be very important stuff. It's like having 3 freaking Mildreds in an entire team. I mean, if you can put Naya in the middle, and then you put 2 weak heroes next to her, and then you put Mildred on one side, and maybe another hero on the other side that revives already, and then pretty much the entire freaking team dies and gains 100% mana, 100% HP. Sorry. So that is really powerful stuff. Very, really big nudge to actually use this hero on defense. And enhanced skill prevents the target hit by the skill from becoming immune to death for this turn. Remember that she hits 3 heroes. So the 3 heroes that she's hitting, they're not going to be able to revive on that turn. So that is really pretty cool, guys. That is really interesting. For specifically for events, there's many events now that you have a bunch of enemies in PvE that revive, and you can't really kill them unless you have an immortal killer. And believe it or not, Naya is an immortal killer. So yeah, that is something that we have to take into account for sure, guys. So let's check now. Oh, well, more than anything, let's take her to a spin, because there's some things that I gotta talk about here. And by the way, this challenge is actually really difficult for what I've seen here. It is difficult, guys, for sure. Because the thing is that these heroes are no joke, and these heroes are, yeah, most of them are not so good. But this little thing that you see here, that's protection becomes when HP becomes a certain percentage. So right off the bat, you're getting that protection. So let's activate here. And by the way, for some reason they removed the whole 100% mana gain thing. So it is going to be harder to actually get Naya to 100% mana here. I really need to kill this Alia here. Let's see. So still not activated enough. So this is something that I do wanted to talk about. So remember that Agatha does have the faction buff by 25%. So I'll activate her. And then all of the church heroes here are going to get the 25% attack and defense here. But when I activate Naya, that is what actually... Oh, yeah, all right. I activated both rounds here, so yeah, as you can see. But it's going to erase that buff here. So specifically, these types of buffs, which are not color specific, are going to be canceled out. So this buff with Agatha's is going to be canceled. However, also with Ruby and Rose, I would love to actually test that out, because they actually give 25%, and that actually stacks with Agatha. So I really want to check that out as well. So let's start to do a few things here. So as you can see, nobody is fanatic, so they have to go off with the realm up to be able to go fanatic. So that's actually what we're going to check this out, because I really need to kill this gal here. Man, this enemy team is no joke. Check this out. I mean, this guy's already dying. Clearly, there we go. See, 50 mana is a lot. That's almost 50% of Alia's mana there. So that's really insane. So as you can see, these two heroes are fanatic, and so they're not gonna go off in this case. So I do need Agatha here to be able to cleanse. Because if I start attacking like crazy, I'm gonna get killed here. So I really need to cleanse here. And I do see that this guy over here is gonna go off, so I'm gonna save Naya here for when that happens. So now I can start attacking this guy here. Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully Zeus survives. He may not survive this. Yeah, oh my god, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get attacked now. Hopefully. And that was okay. Yeah, he's dead. As I said, this is no joke. Anyhow, and look at that for this guy over here, Artemis. Look at the blue bar. Oh my god, that is a lot of mana, guys. 50 is no joke, guys. That is a lot. Let's see if we can kill Mildred here. We could kill Mildred. Right, so that's a problem when you actually fight against Belnos. You activate her, you cancel her out, but she's gonna go to sleep. So yeah, that's a problem. Let's see if we can finish this off. See, there we go. We got a little bit of mana there. By the way, remember that you're gonna get 20 mana every single turn with her realm. So that's how this guy over here was able to actually get the mana. And bye-bye Mildred. Very important to actually take this out. So let's see if we can actually kill someone else here. See right there? Once the actual turns and the mana go off, Artemis is going to get stunned for that turn. So this is an excellent opportunity to actually start attacking heroes here. And I won't get actually, countered. Let's see here. So we do have a problem that Naya here is not actually getting the mana. So we're going to pass a turn to see if we can actually get her at 100%. And we did not. So that's fine. Let's keep attacking, guys. We can't really expect this. So without, as I said, without this guy is going to be a problem. So this is not the best team to actually test out Naya. Especially versus freaking monster enemies here. This is really freaking crazy. I may try again. Because without Zeus, it's going to be a big problem here. And I do have to activate her now. Actually cancel all of that out. So let's see. So probably the best way to actually you can actually use this is activating this guy first, but he is already asleep here. So let's see if we can get a little bit mana here. A little bit. I'm not getting the 100%. That's the real thing that I want to see. And I'm not seeing it. I should be seeing it here. They're getting like a second win here. Boom. She's fanatic. She won't be able to attack and activate skills. The blue is going down. Alright. Yeah, we won't be able to beat this guy, sorry. But it is what it is. See, you saw that? You saw that for Agatha? Right there, you could see that she was going to lose 50%, then she gained the HP right there before dying in that case. So that's super relevant. Let's see, and I should have activated Agatha first and then her. Oh man. So close, so close. If only I had more mana. Oh man, this is terrible. I did this so many times and went better in other situations, but that's fine. I showed you the main things that I wanted to show you about her. So yeah, this team was not the best team to actually test her out, but luckily luckily, guys, as I said, I do have footage for her, and it is with a really nice team, and yeah. Yeah, the team is amazing, and thank you very much, Gramps, for attacking us in war. I was able to get really nice footage, and thank you very much for reminding me. So freaking crazy. Time is almost running out for war, so yeah, I almost missed it. So anyhow, check it out, guys. Check her out on attacking, and keep an eye on the buffs. That's the really interesting thing. And also how Apollo and her, even though both of them are fighting the same team, and right off the bat you're gonna have your realms countered because you have two team realms at the same time. In the entire fight, it doesn't feel like Apollo is being smothered, or Naya is being smothered by Apollo. It feels streamlined because both of them do the same thing. They gain mana, and they give 100% mana at Naya in +3 and Apollo at +5. So check it out, guys.
Obey me! By the name of my life, let there be light!
Storm will rise when the battle begins.
You will all obey me!
In Naya's name.
Obey me! Let there be light!
Heroes live forever!
You will all obey me!
Always follow your heart.
By the name of my life, let there be light! By the name of my life, you will all
Always follow your heart. In Naya's name.
By the name of my life, let there be light! By the name of my life, let there be light!
So yeah, guys. Oh my god. When I saw that, I was like, no way. Both buffs for Naya and and Arthur, though both of them stacked together. 19,000 attack and a bunch of the yeah, that is crazy stuff, guys. The buff with Agatha cancels her out, but for Arthur, yeah, that is gonna be your very important tag team for a very, very long time for Yellow. I mean, there is no two heroes in the game that both buffs together give you. Let's see, that's 40. That's like 88% attack and defense at the same time. Yeah, that is Oh my god. Maybe in green when you have Miranda, but you have to connect stones to make that happen, and so it's not the same. Right off the bat, you activate, and boom, 88%. Now that is really freaking powerful. Wow, guys. Yeah. So yeah, that is a really big reason to actually get Naya in that case, and yeah, for sure. If you have Arthur, even if plus freaking 0, and you get Naya plus 3, you'll be able to get both buffs. So that's really really awesome, guys, for sure. Now, we are going to talk about her weapon now. Because she is a slow hero, so we do have to take that into account. Because if she gets behind in mana, it's going to be a problem. So we really don't want that. So her weapon is going to help out with that. But as so many weapons in the game, this weapon is going to be only good for her, not for other heroes. Because she's going to get 60%, which 60% she does need. And other heroes are just gonna get 30%. So if you're gonna get this weapon, it's only gonna be for her. And honestly, she's a slow hero. She does seem to have so much protection right off the bat, even at plus freaking 0. So I'm comfortable to say that you are able to use her with Fiona's weapon. If you don't know what Fiona's weapon is, it's this weapon. I'm gonna show you real quick here. Fiona's weapon. This is Fiona's weapon. 45% mana gain and all that good stuff. So that's like your bread and butter playing this game. You have to have Fiona's weapon for sure for many intelligence heroes for sure. Because usually I would recommend a shield weapon, but it's not going to be easy to kill her with the abilities that she has, especially if she's had her higher awakenings for sure. In that good situation. So yeah, you can definitely get her weapon for her. If not, you could give her Fiona's weapon because she does need the mana gain like bad. She's a slow hero, and if you get behind and other heroes are like, yeah, connecting all that bad stuff, that's gonna be a problem. But if you have her and you have Apollo at plus freaking 5, you're not going to have problems with mana or enemy realms because you're going to activate her. She's going to clean all the realms. And if they activate another realm that is going to be an enemy realm on your team, you activate Apollo and you clean it all over again. That's a really powerful tag team as well. As you actually saw in the very short but very, very effective video I just showed you. So yeah, oh my god. I am very excited about actually getting this hero higher. Now, do I think that this is a must-have hero? Sadly, I can't answer that question yet. Because literally, I've only seen her in PvP on the attack. I haven't seen her on defense. I haven't seen her versus bosses. I haven't seen you in different situations in the game. So, yeah, I still need to actually see her more to let you know if it really is a must-have. But I'm seeing a lot of promising things for her. Like, the main thing that I've noticed about Naya, even though her realms are like not broken, none of them are broken. But what I've noticed is that it doesn't matter which team you're actually using, it doesn't feel like she's interfering. Even though she's activating enemy and team realms, you don't see like for example, with Haley, you can actually replace your Haley for Naya for sure. Which, by the way, this is Haley. When in situations in which there is no healing in that situation, so if there's no healing, Naya is always going to be there all the time. But you activate Haley, and then it gets counteracted, and you can activate Naya, and you're gonna have your own realm, and then you activate Haley on your own accord, and now the entire freaking team is dying for healing. So there is a lot of synergy. That's the main thing. There's a lot of synergy with this hero and other heroes in the game. So I'm really enjoying that for sure. So yeah. This is very promising, guys. I'm gonna say for sure. But if you're gonna get Naya, you gotta get the +1. It's the simple nature of every single realm hero in the entire freaking game. You need to get them at +1 to actually be competitive, especially if it's a hero that is slow. If the hero is slow, yeah, you're gonna need the +1 by far for just specifically for the realms. However, I think the sweet spot for her is definitely the +3. This +3 with this buffs for Naya Church Heroes, which, by the way, there's a lot of Church Heroes. But let me show you real quick. So we're talking about Zeus getting 88%, Crowley 88%, Raphael 88%, Ruby and Rose 88%. These are all heroes that you actually use all the time playing yellow in PvP in a bunch of different situations in the entire freaking game, and you actually combine them with your Arthur. Yeah, that is gonna be devastating, turning enemies into freaking purple, and on top of that, getting that 88% buff on attack and defense, and on top of that, damage dealt to weaker elements by 40 and 50%. Yeah, that is gonna be a big difference, guys, for sure. Yeah. Oh my god. I definitely want this hero, guys, but for sure, the +3 is definitely her sweet spot, and the +5 is really. I feel that the +5 is gonna be key to actually use her on defense, but not really required specifically. But I do feel that it is going to be useful because when you get the fate, let me explain. If you get the 50% and you get healed by the 50% back, but you still get to zero HP, this is going to reset the whole thing because you're going to die and you're going to get the 100% HP back again on top of the what she's already doing. So that is really powerful in that case. So I really like the idea to actually you get revived and then you get revived again. It's like having 3 Lokis. It's not exactly like having 3 Lokis, but it's gonna be feel similar in that case. If she actually goes off correctly. And of course, killing immortals is so important in yellow. So important for events specifically. And in yellow, there's only one immortal killer. Now you got 2 with the +5. So that's going to be relevant for sure, guys. So yeah, guys. I can't say that she's a must-have just yet, but very promising, very powerful hero. But if you ask me the question, if you should go for Naya or if you should go for Arthur, I mean, Arthur has been battle tested for an entire freaking year. He was number 2 on the top 10 most impactful heroes of 2023. So yeah, I'm definitely going to prioritize Arthur first. Get Arthur to +1 and then get this hero for sure. I mean, yeah. Arthur Arthur is yeah, he's the bread and butter of yellow. Besides Apollo, I mean, Arthur, once you get him to +1, you will notice that your yellow team does so much more, destroys your enemies so much more powerfully. Turning them to purple and stunning them and doing all that damage is invaluable, guys. So I highly recommend you to get Arthur at +1. And you can definitely get Naya. Naya is a very powerful hero, and I think I'm scratching the surface of how powerful she is because I haven't seen the combinations on defense for her. She may be a nightmare, but I still have to check that. But for now, I'm gonna go for Arthur to +1 because yeah, you only have 7 days to get this guy, and now you have the 13 days. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go for Arthur for sure. And last note. Arthur, I have been using him for an entire freaking year, and I've always had him at +2. And yeah, I've never stopped using him, like not one moment with yellow. I mean, yeah. So yeah, Arthur +1 for sure, guys, first. And I'll let you guys know later about Naya, guys. Alright, guys, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave them in the comments and we'll talk about it. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.